Good morning from our last port in Iceland.
Yeah.
I've not heard anybody say this one out loud, so I'm going with Grundarfjordur until I hear differently.
Sounds good.
Never been here before.
No.
So guess what we're doing? We are heading out with BusTravel Iceland.
It is true.
Yeah, they've got a nice 5-hour loop where you go around and see some things. I understand there's black sand beaches involved.
Bird cliffs.
Oh yeah, some sort of picturesque church. Who knows what else?
Lots of stuff. And this is a tender port for us. I'm not sure if it always will be, but that makes it a little more complicated, but that's okay.
Yeah, so we're going to grab some breakfast. Our meeting time is 8:30. Tendering starts at 8, so let's go.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Come on. Let's hit our quick breakfast spot. We have got yogurt bowls with fruit and bananas and these nice little bagel sandwiches. I think they're ham and cheese and fried egg on there. Hello there, cute little town. Okay, we are going to head down to BB King's, get our tender tickets. I've seen one lifeboat go across, but that could have been crew, because I think we have about 10 minutes until they start tendering.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Grundarfjördur. Do remember the first tender returning to Nieuw Statendam is not until 11 a.m.
All right, about 8:14, we are on the move. Welcome to the land. All right, now we climb up. I actually saw a BusTravel Iceland bus right over there, so I think we're going in that direction. There's all the nature we can see. Look at that. Actually, I think the first stop on our tour is this mountain that you can kind of see behind the building. Well, this looks like our chariot for today.
So Grundarfjörður has a population of about 847 people, and this is a fishing village. So we export cod, and that's of course our number one. And then in Iceland we generally tend to eat haddock. And our first stop is Kirkjufell. So this is a mountain, and this is a very, very popular mountain in Iceland, probably the most photographed mountain in the whole country. So it's about 1,400 meters, and a lot of people try to climb it, but it's very sheer, right? And we often have people falling off of the sides of it, and generally it's because of wind.
Well, only about a 5-minute ride from town. There is town over there. We have come over to Kirkjufell, which I guess translates to Church Mountain. This is the mountain we can see from town. She was talking about how many people come here and try to climb this, but it is very tough, very sheer, and not recommended. Well, here is an entirely different mountain. I've spun around to the other side. I mean, it's also impressive.
It's gorgeous, all of it.
But there's a waterfall for us to come look at. Oh, you've spied sheep.
Birds over there.
Oh,
this is like the most picturesque place ever.
But that path should lead us to a waterfall.
I want to film the sheep.
So a few drops were coming out of the sky earlier. It has cleared up a little bit now. Our temperatures are low to mid 50s. Not bad. Everything is so green, and there are sheep. Who could ask for anything more?
They're so pretty. They got like the wiry hair.
Probably a different kind than we've seen in other parts, maybe. So there's Kirkjufell, nice little flat top mountain over there. We're going to call this one Sheep Mountain. And let's keep going. Yeah, I see a little bit of maybe like source falls over there, but I think, oh yeah, the waterfall is actually underneath us as we cross this bridge. So we'll get some views as we go to the far side. Oh, y'all, mountain, waterfall. This is the angle right here. We've done it. Somebody call National Geographic.
Almost like 3 waterfalls.
Yeah, it splits into different segments there. Well, let's continue downward and see what we can see down here. Hey, there's even more falls down here. Yeah, we got off to about a 35-minute delay this morning, but it was good to see that they were waiting for everyone to get there because of, you know, the whole tender situation. So they weren't leaving anybody. Here we go. I hope you didn't call National Geographic earlier, because here it is. This is the award-winning shot. So much waterfall, so much mountain. Then we gotta head back to the bus. I think our next stop is the Black Sand Beach. Oh, the raindrops are starting to find us. All right, back to the dry bus.
And then we're going to stop at our next stop, which is Djúpalónssandur. So this is actually a beach, but in Iceland a lot of our beaches are dangerous, so this would be considered a dangerous beach. It has lovely black pearls on it and wonderful rock formations. So it's a very, very special place. So this particular area is quite famous because we had a lot of lava flow in the area, and then of course the ocean cools it down, and then it created these beautiful shapes in the rocks. This area here is quite dangerous, and very often we would have some shipwrecks. So we have sneaker waves, and we have very strong currents in the ocean, so we actually don't go swimming. We don't go swimming in this area at all. And in this beach we generally don't even go near the water, and that's just because it's quite dangerous.
So we have made it to, let's try it, Djúpalónssandur. That was close. So they do have an easier trail over there to the left, which takes you to more of an overlook. We are taking the path to the right, which is rockier, but it goes down to the beach. So here among 5,000-year-old lava, oh, there's a little lakey thing in there. That's cool. Oh man, look at this descent. Okay, we're choosing our footing carefully. Oh, we can finally see the sands up ahead of us. So our guide said they call this Black Pearl Beach because of the sort of soft rocks that they have down here. Well, we're not quite at the beach yet, but turns them into things that look like black pearls. Well, they were also talking to us about these lifting stones or lifting rocks, where the old fishermen of old would just challenge each other to lift and see who was the strongest.
I'll try the 50 pound.
Oh no, I see a rock right there. You can also see the rusty remains of a ship, I guess, that sank here. It's a very dangerous stretch of coastline. There's more information about it. Okay, the iron remains from a British trawler. Oh gosh, there's even some remnants over here. So it's about a 45-minute to an hour ride from the mountain to the beach. There was a comfort stop along the way as well. Oh, we can see the beach. Yeah, total stop time here I think is about 35, maybe 40 minutes. And you do have to watch out for sneaker waves here, like many of these beaches in Iceland, so we won't get too close. You find any pearls?
No, I'm not going to take any, but they are extremely smooth and soft, almost like fish gravel, I would say, if you've seen that before. Get them all off. Okay, didn't take any.
We don't need the curse of the black pearl.
Yeah.
Got cool structures over there. I guess they don't really get the basalt columns here. I guess lava formations is what we've got. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's just take a moment and turn away from the beach. Okay, so now we're watching for sneaker waves, but we've got our backs to the beach right now.
We're doing a great job.
We're a good distance away, but all these mountains, these lava structures, so many colors.
It looks like the Lord of the Rings or something out here. I don't know. That's what or Game of Thrones, like that.
Oh yeah, because they did film some Game of Thrones stuff back at that first mountain we stopped at. I forgot to point that out.
It's incredible. Wow.
What's around here? These are cool structures. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Well, that's what's over here. No big deal. Just some awesome rock formations that are gigantic.
I mean, no big deal. It's amazing. The colors are beautiful. Wow.
All this craggy goodness.
It literally looks like driftwood.
It does kind of look like wood texture.
That's amazing.
I see you sneaking out there, Wave. You better stop it. So no swimming, definitely. A, because it's chilly.
Degrees?
B, because these waves are sneaky.
Dangerous. So we're finding it really interesting that when we're watching the waves kind of curl over, it's almost like Caribbean blue water. So I don't know if it's because the rocks make it so much clearer, like really white sand would do back where we normally travel, but it's pretty fascinating to see that.
Yeah, because this is not glacial at all. This is ocean. Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, as if these cliffs were not majestic enough, one of our future stops is going to be some bird cliffs, which we are very excited for bird cliffs.
I'm excited because I've seen a variety that I haven't been able to take pictures of because we've been going on a bus, so hopefully they're all there for me to take pictures.
All right, let's wander back up and get some other views. Now, on the way down, we passed a little rock that kind of looked like a portal, and on a clear day, I guess you could look through it and see the glacier. Yeah, right here where those sort of natural stone steps start, boom, is right there. So not really much of a view today, folks are saying, but this is a naturally occurring structure. Yeah, I'm not sure what angle you're intended to use this portal, but I mean, it's awesome. Gigantic. Now we've got some time left, so I think we're going to go take the other trail, which was the more accessible trail, to see what you can see from that viewpoint. Oh, look, a bench. Woohoo! Now there's an even more extreme left-hand trail, but this one that says viewpoint should be the viewpoint. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Now you get a bird's eye view on all of that stuff that we just walked by.
Yeah, I was gonna say, either way you can enjoy it because this is what we were in. You can get like above photos, which is awesome. And then we're coming up on the beach.
Totally worth it. Okay, you see people meandering down the way we did. All the lava, all the rocks, the sand, the trawler scraps, and the water.
Oh, cool.
That was kind of a nice midpoint viewing area, and then it continues a few more steps this way. Oh, we're gonna have to get our zoom in from here. Right down to that blue water at the beach.
Lovely.
Okay, to the bus. We still have a good 5 minutes or so, but you know us, we like to be early.
Because if you're on time, you're late.
So as we're driving now, the scenery is going to start to change again, right? So it's always changing. You probably noticed it in Iceland. Even though we're looking at lava, we're looking at rocks, it's very often different what we're seeing. And that's because of the different styles of course, volcanoes. But it's also the source of Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. So he wrote this story, and a lot of it is about geology. And he sort of mixed science with a fictional story. So where we're driving now, if you look out to the right, you can see a troll, right? So he's going to drop us here at the bottom, and then the walk around the ledge, around the cliffs, all the way back to that structure, it's between about 2.5 kilometers.
We have reached the area of the bird cliffs. So the choices were to either go on about 1.5 miles, sort of guided hike with the guide, which I think we will do, or to ride the bus back to where the hike is going to end and just chill out at the overlook there. We're going to get some steps in. While folks are still getting off the bus and getting their stuff together, we're going to come take some peeks off of this platform, which is not part of the trail. See what photos by D can find on these bird cliffs. The trail is over in that direction where the bus has dropped us off. Man, I hear some birds. So there is the sign indicating the name of this trail. Helnad. Should be pretty easy to follow. I like the little sort of rubberized grid system they put in on these trails. It really helps with the footing, actually. There's a peek back over to the observation platform. Yes, we're hearing feisty terns and gulls. Guys, you know we're not good with multiple choice. Okay, I see a hill there with a whole bunch of people, which makes me think maybe there's something to see. And then you've got the ones that wind this way. When in doubt, go where all the people are. Okay.
Generally, that's not the rule we like.
Well, I think we're going to see more cool stuff that way.
No, I agree.
So this gives us a little peek down. The water's really clear here too. That's awesome. You can see, you can do air snorkeling here.
Definitely. They're cute.
Look at all those cozy little gulls tucked into the crooks and nannies of the rocks.
Wow.
Okay, excuse me.
They're a talkative bunch, aren't they?
Oh, we found a nook over here with different birds.
They look like cormorants, but they're not.
Still just as loud, but different.
Beautiful.
Oh, we're gonna have to let D zoom on that one because we got one that's drying his wings out over there, which makes me think of is it a cormorant? The one that when they come up, they have to dry their wings before they can fly again.
Where we live it is. I don't know if that's what they call them here.
That's true, actually.
Man, these Arctic terns are everywhere. And they don't land. They literally just fly around and they will attack you because
And they go
very
bark-a-kiki.
protective of their nests. And it's nesting season.
And this is just a stroll at your own leisure tour, not a guided tour. So we are teaching ourselves all the things, seeing all the birds. That means half of what I'm making up is wrong because you know I love giving out fake information.
True.
We see you feisty terns. See if D can get a picture of a tern. That's probably going to be the hardest thing to try to capture today. They're fast. Whoa, there's like a bird cave over there. We can hear them echoing up from the depths. That's not creepy at all. There's a slightly different angle. Still just as freaky.
It's like a bat cave for birds.
Ah, let's just enjoy the ambiance. It's delightful. Well, there's a little peeky hole out to the sea. Okay, kind of a natural bridge, I guess. Folks are out there on it. It's got like a big crack looking thing in the middle of it, so I think I'm gonna stay right over here.
Probably for the best.
We've noticed every time you see one of these white signs along the side of the trail, it means there's like a cool extra side like hike that you can go on. And then you come out and get views like this that you wouldn't see from the main path. And this is a spot where if you are lucky, apparently you can see orca. She just said if you look over toward like the left side, I think back where we entered. So we're probably not in the right zone anymore. What did you say to those birds?
Hello?
They are mad.
They're sad we have to leave eventually. That's what it is.
All right, back to the trail. Well, looking down at these structures, that looks like those kind of basalt columns that we've seen before. So that's cool. See, they're kind of like hexagons and pentagons and very geometric.
It looks like shake on the side of a house.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Well, I can see the little structure over there she referred to as the Troll, which is our meeting spot where the bus is going to pick us up. It is different than where they dropped us off. But before we go in that direction, we are going to go to Getklitter. Because there's a bunch of people over here, and as we've learned, if you see people, go find out what they're looking at. That was worth coming over here to see what they were looking at. That is an amazing sea arch. It even has like a little window over to the right-hand side. It looks like the entrance to somebody's house.
Yeah.
You got a door, a window. Just need a roof and some walls, and you'll be all set.
And birds.
Birds decorating the top. Oh, yeah. And now onward toward the Troll. So there is the Troll, which can be climbed up to. Here is a playground, which can be played upon. Wow. Let's get a better peek at this Troll, since I was clearly more excited for the playground. I don't know why. I was just like, a playground. Yeah, he's a little backlit. We'll lighten him up some. Whoa, not that much. A little restaurant over there, which I guess was the original restaurant in this town. Stop in. Oh, a little restaurant here at the place, actually. And BusTravel Iceland.
Iceland, there's a lot of Icelandic horses, and like I said, they are protected. So they also have a special trot. So it's called a tote, and that just means that one of the hoofs is constantly on the ground as you're riding it. So it makes it really, really comfortable to ride. And they're very placid, a little bit different to other horses, and they're not so big. and this makes them quite special. So we even have people moving here from other countries just so that they can be close to Icelandic horses.
Well, our last stop is over here in the town of Búðir, and this is the Búðir Church, which is a black church, which is quite unique. There's like a little walking path here around the church. And they do keep the church locked these days. It is still actively in use for weddings and things like that, but due to vandalism, it is no longer open. There's some learning in all sorts of languages. Oh, these surroundings, though. There's a crater over there. There was a big old waterfall as we drove in. There's all kinds of trails leading out to the water. It's about a 15-minute stop, so we'll probably avoid wandering too far off of this main path. Well, here's a little peek from the far side of the cemetery wall. Yeah, there was a gate on that back wall that you can use to access the cemetery. It looks like that part must be open. We're going to follow this trail behind for now. Oh, look at artsy photos by D. This is about as artsy as I get. There, of course, is the view looking away from the church out to the water. A few more glorious mountains with clouds covering them, just for good measure. We've almost completed the full circuit. So now we've seen the little red church in Vik on our last road trip Iceland adventure. Now the little black church in Búðir. Next stop, Grundarfjörður port. Welcome back to the port of Grundarfjörður. Now let's see if we can snag some lunch. We went from green hills to green salad bars. Not only did we find the salad station, we also found the taco nacho station. So salads and taco nachos and blue cheese mountain. Iceland.
Good evening.
Y'all. We are fresh and clean.
Yep.
Came back to the cabin, knocked out some work, got a little less stinky, and here we are.
Nice.
So how was your Grundarfjordur day?
Amazing. So Newport for us, and wasn't sure exactly what to expect. It's a very small town, about 850 people. So, but they do have a few things there, you know, grocery store, a hot dog stand, a swimming pool, things like that. So there's a few shops to go explore. But I highly recommend getting out and exploring with BusTravel Iceland because we had an amazing tour. Yeah, we got to see so many beautiful sights and nature and like black sand beaches, you know, so good. And our tour guide was very knowledgeable. Her name is Jennifer, and again, amazing information. All of the tour guides on BusTravel Iceland have been so good.
They have in different ways. Some were comedic, some are just informative, but they've all been great. That's it.
That's all I have to say.
No, we ran out of words.
I mean, you guys saw.
You did.
And I'm sure there was a million pictures, but it was very beautiful, and I don't think very many cruise ships come here. So definitely, if it's on the itinerary, check it out. Yeah,
because BusTravel Iceland has like 6 or 7 places that they work out of, which is why we used them in every port. So thanks for a great tour.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah, now we're going to dinner, MDR, and we'll see what happens after that.
Let's go.
The captain has given us some navigational updates. We are here in the dining room. Let's dine. And we are done with dinner. Record time.
5:40.
Oh my gosh.
So fast.
Well, I think we will just snag a chair by the window and watch the world go by. And we're back. We've come back to the cabin to find our paperwork for tomorrow, which is a day at sea. Plus, we turned in laundry today, so they've given us another laundry bag. Good night, y'all. We have come back to the cabin. We did sit there and look out at the water for a long time, and for some reason, whenever we sit places for a long time, we start discussing future plans, plotting stuff. You know, getting into trouble, making plans.
They're good plans. It's all right.
Let's talk about some dinner, since that's about all we have to talk about. So there is a bowl of soup for you.
Barlotti beans and pasta soup. Don't know what kind of beans they were. They were very good, comforting. There was ham and cheese. I did not see any pasta, but it didn't matter. It was a very tasty, very well seasoned bowl of soup.
I've never heard of a barlotti bean either.
I don't know.
I had some smoked fish. I think it was herring. I think it was trout. I'd have to look at the menu. Both of them were delightful. I don't know what it is about a smoked cold fish, but I really like it. There was a coleslaw on top. The sauce on the plate was a little mustardy. There was a lentil type preparation underneath, and I ate it all up. So if you like smoked fish...
Was that the port one?
I don't even know if it was.
Yeah, Scandinavian.
That's right. It was. And then I also got my baba ganoush, because I just like saying the word baba ganoush. So it is a hummusy type thing, I believe, made out of eggplants.
Yes.
Testing my memory here. Came with some bread points, and it was seasoned well. Tasted like... Actually, it's not too eggplant forward, so even if you don't like eggplant, I think you'd like it. But there is your swordfish.
Yeah, so I wanted a mild white fish. I forgot how strong tasting swordfish is, but it was still very good. I liked the cook on it, and the flavoring was really good. It came with asparagus and potatoes. A little strong for me, though.
I had cassoulet, which is another word that I love to say. It sounds French. I don't know if it is. Y'all, I feel like I've had this before, but I never know what to expect. It had a piece of sausage. It had a piece of duck breast confit. It had pork ribs. Hello. And I believe the cassoulet itself is the actual bean preparation that's on the bottom. I'm a meat man. You know I love meat. That sausage was really strong, though, and I wasn't sure. I almost was like, woo, too strong for me, but nothing's too strong for me, so I ate it.
Nice.
All the flavors came together well. A little funky, but if you like the funk, try it.
Nice.
There's your strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, so this is a really nice light option for dessert. Very, normal strawberry shortcake preparation, but the cream on it was a little bit different. It wasn't a whipped cream. It was like almost more like buttercream, but not quite to that extent. So when you didn't have it with strawberries, it was a little bit too much for me, but otherwise it was really, really good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of strawberries in that picture.
No,
but...
well, they're in the layers of the cake.
I got the Sockertorte, if that's how you pronounce it. It is chocolate and fudgy on top. It has chocolate cake, and there's layers in the middle of what I believe is like an apricot jam. Did I say jam? Jam.
Jam.
I'm so excited I can't even talk. Delicious. I've had quite a few Sockertortes, and this was probably my favorite. The layer on top is a little bit cloyingly like Boom Boom chocolate, but not off-putting. So this was almost a perfect Sockertorte.
Nice.
You know what's perfect now?
Time to sleep.
Going to bed. So we will see y'all in the next video, which is probably going to be some Greenland.
Cross your fingers, guys.
We'll just skip over the sea days and get to the good stuff, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Good night for now.
Bye.